How does Geotab both increase driver safety and productivity and fuel efficiency at the same time?
Geotab as a technology is in-vehicle technology. And as we say, a safer driver is a fuel-efficient driver and an efficient driver. By raising the awareness of the driver on how his safety habits are behind the wheel, acceleration, braking, speeding greater than the posted speed limit, wearing your seatbelt, he becomes more conscientious behind the wheel. A more conscientious, safe driver improves fuel efficiency of the vehicle. It's a beautiful ROI. And what's interesting is that the driver then starts to take ownership of the route that he's driving from point A to point B, and we find they drive a more efficient route. Less windshield time provides more customer-facing time, and there's the efficiency model. So if I can reduce the amount of time I'm spending behind the wheel, keeping my driver safe, I get more customer-facing time, I get an employee that's safe when he returns at home at the end of the day.
How do you go about measuring acceleration, braking, all of the facets and inputs you're getting to come to that training of a driver to improve?
Right. So the vehicle itself has some sensors, but our technology itself has a GPS, an accelerometer, which tells me how fast you're going forward, backward, side to side, even pothole detection up and down, in addition to some sensors to do with the diagnostics in the vehicle, which gives me RPM. Are you rapidly accelerating the engine or not?
Right.
Could be even some electric vehicle data. So the sensors in the vehicle combined with the sensors in our technology gives us that greater data picture.
And what does the capital investment look like per vehicle, per truck?
Gosh, the capital investment is so low. It's typically less than $100 just to get started with the technology, which is amazing because we have a capital component. We also have an operating expense, about a monthly fee that goes along with our service. We're a software as a service company. And the monthly fee is really what the customers focus on. And the nice thing is that normally by the 5th or 6th day of every month, the technology is paid for itself that month. So it's really a very fast, rewarding technology that we're putting into business fleets.
And is there any kind of training that the driver needs to take advantage of all these different new inputs?
The nice thing is that the device itself has an in-coaching capacity. So we have an audible alert that we set up in the vehicle. All the driver really has to do is be told by his manager, when you hear this alert, that's because you're rapidly accelerating, so don't rapidly accelerate. A little bit like Pavlov's dog. When you hear the beep, you instantly
do it.
you instantly react to it, and your coaching becomes very, very effective, actually. So the real-time coaching of drivers really generates those results.
Colin, what kind of impact is automation in not just trucking, but across all automotive going to have on Geotab?
So the automation in business today, it's all about data. So that's really when we're moving goods from point A to point B. In the past, we looked at the transportation part. What we did, we tracked the vehicle from the warehouse, we picked up the goods, we delivered it to the customer. Or it may have been a service delivery industry doing lawn care or something like that. Today, businesses are looking at everything from the point of harvest through the middle mile, intermodal transportation all the way. So imagine that the banana in Guatemala being harvested is now being tracked from the jungle on the trip into the container. And really the technology that's accelerating that is something called cold chain, where the temperature of that banana, the temperature of the shrimp on the ship at the ocean is capturing that through an entire chain of custody all the way to the restaurant, the final destination. And that really is the Internet of Things, and we're a part of that by tracking the vehicle component of that final chain of custody of the product.
Well, and you talk about tracking and an audit trail like that, it starts to sound a lot like the new innovation that's happening around blockchain technology. So is Geotab have a role or opportunity to play within a blockchain deployment?
Some of our customers that are in the delivery industry that have to do with either an insurance or even a financial component, they may be doing more retail point of purchase at the time of the delivery. They're interested in that sensitive, personally identifiable information that blockchain has great value in. For us, it's not so much about blockchain, it's the aggregation of the data that's the exciting part. So today we collect 2 billion pieces of data a day from over 1 million vehicles. And all that's going up into an anonymous aggregate data store that we just launched actually in December called data.geotab.com. Now that information is really exciting for these businesses to be able to tap into not just what they're doing as a small business, to be able to compete with a big box store.
Right.
Now the small retailer, the small business has access to all of that aggregate data that they can benchmark their performance against an aggregate data pool.
All that anonymized logistics distribution data.
Absolutely.
And are people already capitalizing on that?
So it's early days. We just launched the tool in December, and I can tell you that the uptake has been exciting